What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and this is your Damon Jackson versus Dan Ige breakdown. This is a really, really good fight. Damon Jackson's been on a good run. He's won a lot of fights recently, and obviously Dan Ige has been on somewhat of a decline. He's lost a lot of fights recently. Some good competition though, so no shame in who he's lost to, I would say. But yeah, man, it's a good fucking fight and one of the first videos of the year. So yeah, man, let's start off the year right. Let's talk about this fight, man. I love this fight. I really, really do, man. I'm sad we lost the Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Jeff Neal fight, but if there ever was a good co-main event to replace it, it's this one. I like how these guys match up, and I think this is going to be a finish, man. Wherever this fight goes, it's going to be a good scrap. In terms of the tail of the tape here. Oh man, I was wondering what was I gonna say. Yeah, thank God tail of the tape came to my head. But yeah, the tail of the tape here. Dan Ige comes with a record of 15-6. He is fighting out of Vegas, age 31, height of 5'7", and a reach of 71.0. Damon Jackson comes with a record of 22-4, really good record. Is fighting out of Dallas, Texas, age 34, height of 5'11", and a reach of 71. So Damon Jackson's a weird cat, man. He's really tall, but he has short arms. He's kind of like T-Rex arms a little bit. It's like weird, just like this. And he has that weird stance where he's like that. But you know, hey, it is what it is. However he wants to use his hands, it's his God-given right. But so yeah, he fights a little weird. He's obviously an inside fighter. I would call him a well-balanced fighter, if that's the best way to describe his style. He doesn't necessarily impose grappling on people. He's more of a defensive grappler sometimes, and he's really good at that, man. Defending takedowns, getting on top, and kind of just punishing you for taking it to the ground, basically. On the feet, he's decent, and yeah, he's a good fighter. I would actually say Dan Ige is the same thing, but the only difference between Dan Ige and Damon Jackson is I think Dan Ige hits way harder, and if he needs to wrestle, he will wrestle. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that about Damon Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him just kind of like accept certain takedowns, you know what I'm saying, and just try to like punish guys or go for guillotines. But yeah, it is an interesting fight. But in terms of the resumes, let's talk about Damon Jackson's recent run that he's been on. I mean, I've picked some of it right. I'm 3-3 in terms of my predictions. And every time I pick him, he wins. And damn near every time I picked against him, he ends up he proves me wrong. It's insane. Like Pat Sabatini, that was an insane fight. I was kind of confident Pat would be the guy to end the Damon Jackson run, and man, he touched Pat Sabatini with that front kick, and then he just hurt him, and he got on top and he wailed on him, and that was a really, really solid performance, man. And then he beat the cat Daniel Argueta, which was a good fight. It was a close fight, but he got the dub there. Then he beat Camilla Kirk. I picked him there via arm triangle, just outworked him, got good positions, and then got on top and choked his ass out. Then beat Charles Rosa in a really cool, good scrap. And I mean, Charles Rosa is Charles Rosa. He's a nobody, but you know, he pisses me off. Forget Charles Rosa, but he got the W there. He did get hurt with a little spinning back elbow near the end, but he got the W. He beat Ilia Topuria. No, he didn't beat. My bad. I said he beat Ilia Topuria. He got killed by Ilia Topuria. Complete murder. Yeah, that was a bad fight for him. And then he had that Mirsad Bektic fight, you know, which was nuts, man. I think he took it on short notice too. It was a crazy scrap. He got the choke. He did talk a lot of mess too right after, which I don't like that he did. Kind of disrespected my boy Bektic for no reason. But yeah, that was a good victory for him. And yeah, he's solid victories, man, against good guys. You know what I'm saying? All good opponents. The Pat Sabatini and probably the Bektic wins are probably his best wins in the UFC right now. So yeah, Dan Ige, he's fought high-level competition against a lot of good guys, right? He's fought Mozart Evloev, Josh Emmett to a really, really close fight. He lost to Korean Zombie he lost that fight. I mean, I scored it maybe 4-1 or 5-0 Zombie. So it was pretty dominant. He kind of out-wrestled him. He beat actually Gavin Tucker via fucking KO, which was spectacular. Probably one of his better finishes of all time. He lost to Calvin Kattar to a decent fight. It was competitive, but he lost. He beat Edson Barboza. I thought he lost that fight. with all due respect to the guy, I did think he lost that fight, but it was a close fight. He made it somewhat close. He does have that win against Mashard Bektic, which was a close fight too, but I thought he won that. Beat Kevin Aguilar, Danny Henry, Jordan Griffin, right? Some good guys. He lost to Julio Arce, which hasn't aged too well for him. Arce, I like Arce, so I respect him, but he hasn't been winning recently, so yeah. But here's my thing, and my overall point about this fight, it's just the level of competition. Korean Zombie, Josh Emmett, Mozart Evloev are levels above Pat Sabatini, Daniel Argueta, and Camilla Kirk, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you look at the strength of schedule, it's not even on the same level. In terms of ways I could see Damon Jackson winning is if he took maybe a somewhat wrestling approach here, or somehow just got on top and maybe he can control Ige. I don't know. I just don't see him beating Ige. Ige is too tough. He has too much power. He's too well-rounded. And he's going to keep coming forward. And I just feel like Ige is going to try to hurt Damon Jackson bad. And I can see a third round or a second round TKO finish for Dan Ige. I think Ige in the wrestling department matches up well with Damon Jackson. I don't think they're going to wrestle if Ige doesn't want to wrestle with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, with guys like Mozart Evloev, Mozart's a phenomenal grappler. You know what I'm saying? He's a phenomenal grappler. And I know Ige's been taken down a few times, so that is true. But I think his wrestling's good. At least it's good enough for Damon Jackson. And I just don't see a place where Damon Jackson can really win this fight. Besides maybe getting into weird scrambles with Ige and maybe catching him. But besides that, I'm rocking with Dan Ige by a second round TKO or third round TKO. Those are the two. I'm going to go with second. I'm just going to go give you guys a solid pick. I'm going to go with second round TKO. I just think the strength of schedule, his opponents that he's beaten, and just who Dan Ige really is. I feel like he's getting, I wouldn't say this is a layup, but this is just a different level of competition compared to the guys he's fought. And he gave Josh Emmett hell. Like, let's not forget that. He gave Josh Emmett hell, who's fighting for an interim title. So that puts into perspective. You know, Ige, oh, wow, on Tapology, 54% are rocking with Jackson and 46% are rocking with Ige. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, I remember there were guys picking Ige to beat Zombie. You know what I'm saying? Now he's losing to Damon Jackson. It's interesting. And I picked Zombie to win that fight, but it's just like, it's the perception of the fighter sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You guys got to look at it from that perspective. It's like, okay, why was he good enough to beat this guy, but he's not good enough no more to beat this other guy who's way lower than Zombie? I don't even care if Zombie's washed up right now. He's still lower than Zombie to me. So no disrespect to Damon Jackson, but I think Dan Ige wins this fight. So I'm going to just keep it like that. I'm rocking with Dan Ige here. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Go follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter. Like, comment, and share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. Love y'all, and goodbye. I'm out of here.